If you're an estate agent tired of guessing what content to make, this video will uncover the secrets that real sellers and real homeowners in your area are asking about moving home. You can then take this information and talk directly to your ideal customer. My name is Chris Webb. I'm the owner of the Estate Agent Consultancy. I've been an agent now for over 20 years. I now train, coach the best estate agents in the UK, making them the obvious choice for sellers in their local patch. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember my first day in the estate agency office. I remember sitting down for that first morning meeting on a Monday, and I didn't understand a clue what anyone was saying. It was offer this, vendor that, chain that, offers in excess of, POA that. I literally sat there going, I understand about 10% of what these people are talking about. Now, as you spend more and more time in a estate agency and in estate agency offices, eventually that lingo becomes part of your mindset. And eventually, before you know about it, you know every acronym when it comes to property underneath the sun. Now, this is really, really handy when you're talking to other agents. If you're doing a chain check, for example, or you're meeting at the pub on a Friday night with other estate agents in the local area, it's really key you understand what on earth they are talking about when it comes to property. But there's a bigger issue here, because once you spend a long time in that environment, you actually kind of forget what normal people outside of the property world either know about property, understand about property, or the questions they have as well. So the goal of today's video is to bring that right to the forefront of your mind and show you exactly and tell you exactly from the horse's mouth what people in your local area are saying about property so you can speak to them directly. Now, it wouldn't be a video in 2026 without using AI because, hey, here we are. So what we're going to do today is use ChatGPT to research online platforms and chat rooms. Is chat rooms still a thing? Reddit, Quora, other places that people are asking questions about moving home in the UK. You can then talk directly to these people, because I'm willing to bet that if one person out there is asking the question, there's probably 1,000 people behind the scenes who are asking exactly the same question, but just don't want to ask it. Now, first things first, we need to create the perfect prompt. So this is going to be a prompt that basically tells ChatGPT to go off into the internet and look what everyone is saying about moving home. The questions they're asking, the fears they're finding, what are they uncertain about, what do they know, what do they don't know. We need to send AI off into the internet to find all of these bits and nuggets of information straight from people who are looking to move home in the near future. What we can then do is collate those all together and quite literally provide a list of what people are saying who are looking to move home soon and the questions they wish they could have answered. It is then your job as an agent to produce content that helps them as much as possible. The most important thing to remember here is that your social media is not for you. It's for the person who watches it on their phone. So therefore, you need to talk about the content that they are interested in. So they're asking these questions on the internet, you need to answer them. Hence why, when you put a post up saying, I've just sold this house and it's a picture of a sold board, no one likes it because no one cares. It doesn't help them out in any way or form. I mean, yes, your mum might like it, but I don't think that really counts. When you produce content they find valuable or helps them in some way, or even they just find funny, they will like it and they will engage with it. So this is a real shortcut to the mind of your clients and exactly what they are thinking today and the help they're looking for. And you can then be that super person who swoops in with all the answers. Now, first of all, I know what you're thinking. Chris, creating this prompt sounds stressful and sounds like a lot of hard work. Well, I've got your back. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I've done it for you already. So if you find just below this video, there'll be a little link. Just click on there. It'll go to the most unexciting Google Doc you've ever seen in your life. You just need to copy and paste that into ChatGPT. So let's jump onto the laptop and we'll have a look and go through this together. Okay, so first things first, let's go on to the Word document. As promised, not the most exciting document you're ever going to see today. So let's just copy all of that and then jump over to ChatGPT. Now, I'm going to put a big disclaimer on this. You need to have ChatGPT Pro. It is £16 a month, £17 a month. Don't be so tight. It is probably the best money I spend every single month. And I have a lot of subscriptions. So this is a really good one to go for. So if you're not using this, you need to do it. So what we're going to do is paste that in just like that. Now, the reason that we need the premium version is we're going to go down to deep research down here. So ChatGPT, normally, people want answers quite quickly. So you'll ask it a question, you'll be like, come on, give me the answer quite quickly. Deep research goes off, it goes away for like 15, 20 minutes. It answers the question as thoroughly as it possibly can do and comes back with all that information. That's exactly what we want. What we don't want is like a cursory level. We want to go, right, clear off for 15, 20 minutes and don't come back until you've got all the questions that people are asking when it comes to moving home. So if you've got research clicked, and we're going to press go on the prompt. There we go. So we've got a quick question going back on it. Would I like to reflect the recent questions from early 20 tweaks or a broader trend? Let's go broader, shall we? And go start. And it's literally as simple as that. You can see it's now going to start whirring away in the background. It's starting the research. Now, in true Blue Peter fashion, here's one I made earlier. So if we click on here, this is exactly the same prompt that we asked earlier on today. And you can see it asked me the same question all over again. And if we scroll down from here, these are the questions that people are asking. Now, this is always the thing that surprises agents when you look at things like this, is because all agents presume that everyone's like a 7 out of 10 when it comes to property knowledge. Actually, when you start talking to the public, you generally find out they're about a 3 out of 10. So this is probably going to seem very basic if you're an estate agent currently, but these are the questions the public are literally asking right now about selling and moving home. So how do I sell a house? I mean, that could be about 15 long format content videos. It could be about 100 short videos, endless content in that one question. Stupid question, but how do people buy and sell their homes at the same time? What an amazing question that you can answer straight away. When's the best time to put my house onto the market? So you can see below it, it's giving you a little bit of a breakdown about what they're asking. So you can literally answer this question. Is now a good time to sell or should I wait? How long does it take to normally sell a house? How do you choose an estate agent? I mean, I think you can answer that question. These are all questions that people are asking. And the really great news is it's going to give you about 20. If you run this all over again in about a month or two's time, it will give you 20 brand new questions to answer all over again. Now, this is going to show you the sort of language that people use as well. So, for example, you might sit on a valuation and say, I've got a tiny fall through rate. My fall through rate is 1 in 10. The industry standard is 33%. I'm amazing. But the public, they don't understand what a fall through rate is. They've got absolutely no idea about that lingo. You might say, we're doing an open house this weekend, for example, and the vendor thinks, does that mean I just open the door and people just walk in? What does that actually entail? So you can realize the sort of things that people are asking, the sort of language they're using. So not only is this going to affect the way you talk to it on valuations, for example, also on your social media content, but if I was producing your website today, I would be creating it in language that the public use. I wouldn't be creating it in language that I use because I'd be thinking, I don't understand half of that if I was a member of the public. This is a really good key and gateway into understanding the minds of the consumer out there that you are trying to influence. So not only is that going to be, how do I take this information and talk about it on social media, but how can it affect my leaflets, my letters, my website copy, my text around my social media posts? How should I write my blog? You don't want to do a blog that says how to keep your fall through rate low. We want to go how to avoid a home sale nightmare, because that is going to resonate so much more with people by talking the same language that they understand. So as you can see, this is a really powerful tool that you can use in your estate agency business as of today. As I talked about, I'll put the link just below here, so you can just click on that and use to your heart content. But if you're struggling for content, quite literally go through and answer these questions. These are real life questions that people are asking. You're an estate agent, you can answer these questions for them. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you'd like some more advice about how to grow your own estate agency business, you can download a free copy of my best-selling book, Your First £100,000 Estate Agency. All you need to do is just DM us the word book over on Instagram and that'll come straight across to yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video.